Good afternoon, students. So from the previous class, we have started with the potentiometer related problems. Right now, we are continuing with the problems. So today we are dealing with the potentiometer and the internal resistance. It should be connected. Okay. So the internal resistance of the cell, how to be calculated. Okay. So today நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா பொட்டன்ஷியோமீட்டர்ல ஒரு இன்டர்னல் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் கனெக்ட் பண்ணியிருந்தா அது ரிலேட்டடான ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் தான் we have to work it out. Okay, first we see the formula to calculate the internal resistance, then afterwards we will work it out the problem. Internal resistance of a cell. So first we should know what is meant by that cell. Okay, we are having a TV remote and all, we are used the cell, right? So it having one positive and one negative terminals. So a cell, if it is having positive and negative terminals, okay, in that cell the charges are induced by the electromotive forces. Okay, for the charge inducement, here the cell E, which is nothing but is a EMF. Here the electromotive force will induce us the charges. Induces the charges and the current, it should be passing throughout the circuit. Okay, simply we are saying that current will be reduced. Okay, because of what? It is the electromotive force. Okay, so this electromotive force is the main thing in our cell. Okay, so here the positive terminal and negative terminal are connected as like this. Here positive cell, it is a longer one, and the negative one, it is a shortest one. Okay, so this is our cell configuration. And if the circuit, if it is in open circuit, na, there is no other thing is connected through the circuit. இது கூட வேற எதுவுமே நம்மளுக்கு கனெக்ட் ஆயிருக்காது. ஒன்லி பாசிட்டிவ் அண்ட் நெகட்டிவ் டெர்மினல்ஸ் மட்டும் தனியா இருந்தது அப்படின்னா இட் இஸ் கால்ட் இட் ஆஸ் அ ஓபன் சர்க்கியூட். இட் இஸ் கால்ட் இட் ஆஸ் அ ஓபன் சர்க்கியூட். அது கூட வேற எந்த செல்லோ ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸோ கேல்னாமீட்டரோ கீயோ நம்ம எதுவுமே கனெக்ட் பண்ணல அப்படின்னா இட் ஷுட் பி ஓபன் சர்க்கியூட் தான். ஓகே, தென் சப்போஸ் a closed circuit na eppadi irukum. Okay, so a cell, if it is connected with the resistance, okay, resistance oda connect aayirundhathu appadina, say for example here one resistance, if it is connected with the cell appadina, this circuit is called it as a closed circuit. Okay. So inga the charge carriers. Okay, the charges are induced here by the EMF of the cell. Okay. Then the potential difference will be created. Okay, so here V represents the potential difference. Potential difference will be created. Okay, so this is the simple example of our closed circuit. Okay, so cellular we have an open circuit and closed circuit. So the cell it should be connected in no other accessories அப்படின்னா so it is the open circuit ன்னு சொல்றோம். Suppose if it is connected with a resistance or battery அப்படின்னா if it is a closed circuit. Okay, so this is the general idea about the cell. So இப்போ இங்க in the EMF of the cell it having one important work. இது என்ன பண்ணும் அப்படின்னா நிறைய சார்ஜ் கேரியர்ஸ் இன்டியூஸ் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கும்போது ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் திங்க்ல என்ன பண்ணும் அப்படின்னா the ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸை வந்து நம்மளுக்கு இன்டர்னலா ரெசிஸ்ட் பண்ணும். ஓகே, தட் இஸ் the charge carriers ஓட மூவ்மெண்ட்ஸ் நம்மளுக்கு it should be proper இது பண்றதுக்கு we are having the resistance. அந்த resistance தான் we are named it as a internal resistance or we are noted as a internal resistance. So a small r we can represent it as a internal resistance and here it is a normal resistance. Okay. So let us now go for the formulas which is related with the internal resistance. Okay. So the internal resistance R is equal to L1 minus L2 divided by L2 into R. Okay. Right. So here small r represents the internal resistance. Internal resistance and L1 is a balancing length. In open circuit and L2 it is the balancing length in closed circuit. Okay, so now we can realize what is meant by that open circuit and what is meant by that closed circuit. Okay. Then normally the resistance R will be the resistance if it is connected in series. Okay, so this is one of the important formula for calculating the internal resistance. Okay, then second one, suppose in the problem they are given the current value and E value, EMF of the cell value, resistance value they are given அப்படின்னா what will be the internal resistance value அப்படின்னு கேட்பாங்க. Okay, so அதுக்கு we are using this formula, that is I is equal to E by R plus R. Okay, so here I it should be the current value, then E it is the EMF of the cell and R it is the normal resistance if it is connected in series. Okay, then small r it is the internal resistance. Okay. So இப்போ in that problem la, suppose I value given, E value given and R value given na, what will be the internal resistance அப்படின்னு கேட்பாங்க. So on that time we are using this formula. Then one more formula is there. R is equal to E minus V by V into R. Okay. So this is also one of the formula for calculating the internal resistance. Okay. So the formulas are clear. Put it in the comment box. Yes, okay. Let us now go for the problems. So here problem number 1. The internal resistance of a 2.1 volt cell which gives a current of 0.2 ampere through a resistance of 10 ohm. Yes, either A, it is 0.8 ohms, and B, it is 1 ohm, C, it is 0.2 ohm, and D, it is 0.5 ohms. Okay, so first of all, we just to draw the diagram. Okay, so here one resistance, it should be connected and with the cell E, and here the internal resistance is there. Okay, this is capital R and this is small r. Then I be the current, it should be flow through the circuit. Okay, so let us now write it the given values. What all the values they are given. Okay, E is equal to, it is 2.1 volt. And what about the current value? It is I is equal to 0.2 ampere, right? Then what will be the resistance value? R is equal to, it is 10 ohms. Okay, so in the values they are provided. They are asking the internal resistance. Okay, what will be the internal resistance? So let us now calculate the formula. So in the formula, so we have to use either out of 3. In the formula we can use to calculate the internal resistance. Comment பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Yes, it is absolutely second one, right? So let us now substitute in this formula. Here, first one, write the formula. I is equal to E divided by R plus R. Okay, right? So here we need the internal resistance. The R values, I mean, okay, right. So in the values, we just cross multiply this one. So this value becomes I into R plus I into R is equal to E. Okay. So let us now substitute the value. Okay. Here it is a 0.2 into what is the value of R? It is 10 plus I order value it is 0.2 into small r, which should be is equal to 2.1. Okay. So we just multiply this one. So this becomes a whole number, that is 2 plus 0.2 into r is equal to 2.1. Okay. So here it is 0.2 r is equal to 2.1. Here this plus 2 becomes a minus of 2. Okay. From the right side, we have to send it. So this value is becomes 0.1. So 0.2 into R. Then for the next step, R is equal to 0.1 or 0.2. So here there is a decimal points. Okay. Followed by only one digit. So we have to simply written as it is a 1 by 2. So this is a 0.5 ohm. R is equal to 0.5 ohm. So this is option D. Very good. So this is option D is the right one. Okay, very good. Many of them did very well. Then next one, we can go for the some other problem. Yes, we can go for the next one. So problem number 2. A battery of EMF, it is 10 volt, and internal resistance 3 ohm is connected to a resistor as shown in figure. Okay. So if you need now, you just draw the diagram. Otherwise, they are correctly find out the given data. We are just directly substitute the formula and work it out the problem. So if the current in the circuit is 0.5 ampere, then the resistance of the resistor will be A, it is 19 ohm, and B, it is 17 ohm, and C, it is 10 ohm, and D, it is 12 ohm. Okay, so let us find out the answer. Okay, So the same formula is used to calculate the resistance. Okay, let us try it now. So first we have to decide whatever the value they are given. Okay, so here they are given the E value, that is 10 volt. Okay, then they are given the resistance value, internal resistance value. So it is take it as a small r. Okay, then they are given the current value, that is I. Okay, then the resistance of the resistor will be, so the resistance of the resistor or the value is n, that is capital R we have to find out. Okay, already we are known the formula, right? So what is the formula here? It is I is equal to E divided by R plus R. So in the formula, the given values we have to substitute and find out the correct answer. So let us try it now. Yes, okay. Very good. So let us now go for the solution. I is equal to E divided by R plus R. Okay. So here they are given the value for I, it is 0.5, right? Then E value, it is 10 volt. Okay. So here capital value, R value, we have to find out. And the small r internal resistance value, it is 3 ohms. Okay. So let us now, the 0.5, we have to take it as 5 by 10. Okay, so here it is 10 divided by R plus 3. Okay, so here we have to cancel this one. So this is 1 by 2, right? So this becomes a 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is equal to 10 divided by R plus 3. Okay. For the next step, you just cross multiply this value. So this become R plus 3 is equal to 20. Then R is equal to 20 minus of 3. Then it is 17 ohm. R is equal to 17 ohm. Okay, so points decimals வச்சிட்டு கஷ்டப்படக்கூடாது. Simplified whole number convert பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா the answers it should be easily find out. Okay. Next one. Go for the problem number 3. In a potentiometer experiment, okay, I have to write it shortly. The galvanometer. The galvanometer shows no deflection. Okay. No deflection when a cell is connected. A cell is connected across 60 centimeter. Okay, 60 centimeter of the potentiometer wire. Then if the cell is shunted by a resistance of 6 ohm. The balance is obtained across 50 centimeter of the wire. Then find the internal resistance of the cell. Okay, so here A value it is 0.5 ohm and B value it is 0.6 ohm and C it is 1.2 ohm and D it is 1.5 ohms. So this is the option they are given. Okay, so first of all we should note down the given value. Okay, so what are all the values they are given? So potentiometer, it shows there is no deflections. Okay, then when a cell is connected across 60 centimeter of potentiometer wire, apana it is a L1 value. Okay, so here it is a L1 value, right? Then the cell is shunted by the resistance, that is R. Okay, so for capital R value they are given, it is R. Then the balance is obtained by the potentiometer wire that is across 50 centimeter, right? So this is L2. Then find the internal resistance. What will be the internal resistance? Okay, so if a values substitute pannunga paakalam. What will be the formula? In the third for three formulas la in the formulas we have to use solunga paakalam. In the problem previous year Neet la keta problem. Okay, so நம்ம பார்த்திருக்க 70% of the problems வந்து Neet oriented previous years la கேட்ட important problems and this year expected problems தான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். Okay, so first to write it down the given values. So here R value we have to find out, small r value we have to find out. Then L value. Okay, first formula we have to use. Very good. So 60 centimeter and L2 it is 50 centimeter and R is equal to 6 ohm. Okay, formula. Let us now write it the formula. So what is the formula? Here internal resistance it is R is equal to L1 minus L2 divided by L2 into R. Okay, so let us now substitute in this values. 50, 60 minus of 50 divide by 50 into 6. Okay, so here it is 10 divided by 50 into 6. Okay, so here 0 0 it should be cancelled and R is equal to 6 by 5 which is equal to 1.2 ohms. Okay, so here we are using this formula, no? So in the formula, okay, in the formula நம்ம என்ன வேற another formatல எப்படியும் எழுதலாம் அப்படின்னா R is equal to, for our simplification we are using into L1 divided by L2 minus of 1. So both of them having the same formula. இதுல என்ன type of formula வேணாலும் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ரெண்டும் the same formula தான். Okay, we just cross multiply the value of L2. Okay, in the formulas rendume it should be equal. Suppose formula la 1 minus பண்ற மாதிரி இருந்தது அப்படினா ஈஸியா simplify பண்றதுக்கு we have to use it the same formula also. Okay, so here we can use it the formula also for work it out the problem. Okay, excuse me class, பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? Okay. Okay, hereafter they will be given the link by the proper timing. Okay, so the session, if you know the timings now, so you should be regularly attend the timing for that particular time. That is a physics class for 2 o'clock. Na 2 o'clock we can expect the link. Okay. Then, okay, so this is option C is the right one. Okay, so the same problem I can assign with some value. Okay, so you just work it out and given the answer for L1. Here also we have to find out the internal resistance, the same problem, but I can given the different number. So L1 value it should be 52 and L2 value it is 40, and the internal the resistance should be connected through the resistor. It is a 5 ohm. Okay, so let us now work it out this problem and given the answer. So these two problems it should be asked previously in the Neet. Okay, rendume same problem da, same methodology da, but the numbers only it should be differs. Numbers மட்டும் தான் மாத்தி இருக்கோம். So you have 1 minute time, try it now and given the internal resistance value. Yes, very good. It is 1.5, right? So it is some other question, so you need not go for the same options. Okay, it is not be a option D, so it is a separate question. Okay, so answer 1.5 in kuduthadanala we can go for the options. Right, there is no problem. Exam results. Now what exam we can ask the result? For daily exam or online test order results? Okay, suppose if you have any doubt in that, you can contact the center number. Okay, they will clarify. Okay, very good. Many of them tried well. So here the internal resistance value, it should be 1.5. Okay, and the 1.5 ohm. Either clear பண்றதுக்கு we have to readily use this one. So for the simplification, it should be very useful. Okay, இந்த formula நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணி ஈஸியா simplify பண்ணிடலாம். Next, we can go for the problem number 4. A potentiometer circuit has been set up for finding the internal resistance of the cell. Set up for finding the internal resistance of a given cell. The main battery used across the potentiometer wire has an EMF, it is 2.0 volt, and negligible the internal resistance. Okay, right? Here the potentiometer wire itself, it is a 4 meter long. Okay, when the resistance R1, okay, is connected across the cell, given cell has the values of first one, it is infinite, infinity, and second one is 9.5 ohm. Okay, then the balancing length, here I can given the length value, balancing length or find it to be 3 meter and 2.85 respectively. Then the value of the internal resistances, the value of internal resistance R oda values enna abindratha they have to find out. So here they are given the option A is equal to 0.25 ohm and B it is 0.95 ohm and C it is 0.5 ohm and D it is 0.75 ohm. Okay, so this is the question. So in the potentiometer la vandu the sum it should be very long, lengthy, but the simplification it should be very simple. Okay, formulas mattum therinjadhu appadina we can easily and quickly work it out the problem. Okay, so அதனால problem பெருசா இருக்கே அப்படினு சொல்லிட்டு விட்டுடாதீங்க. we need not worry about that. Okay, நம்ம கவலைப்பட தேவையில்லை. ஃபார்முலாஸ் மட்டும் இந்த 3 ஃபார்முலாஸ்ல எந்த ஃபார்முலா ஆப்ட் ஆகுதுன்றத மட்டும் சூஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா போதும். அதுல இருந்து ஈஸியா நம்ம ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் சால்வ் பண்ணிடலாம். ஓகே ரைட்டா? சோ இப்ப இதுல ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் தான் இட் ஷுட் பி வெரி லாங். சோ இப்ப என்னதான் கேட்டிருக்காங்க, for going the first formula, what are the value we need? We need the R value, that is the L value. Okay, இதோட values எல்லாமே நம்மளுக்கு தெரியணும். சப்போஸ் இந்த வேல்யூஸ் தெரிஞ்சது அப்படின்னா நம்ம ஃபார்முலால சப்ஸ்டிட்யூட் பண்ணி ஆன்சர் கொண்டு வந்துடலாம் ஈஸியா. ஓகே ரைட். சோ இப்ப இந்த ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் எப்படி ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்றதுன்னு பார்க்கலாம். So here they are given two conditions. Okay, so here we have to note it down. The first one is infinite and second one is 9.5 ohms, right? So இப்ப infinite values அப்படிங்கும்போது R ஓட values infinite ஆ போனது அப்படிங்கன்னா நம்ம என்ன பண்ண முடியாது, values calculate பண்ண முடியாது. ஓகே, சோ இப்ப infinite ஓட values நம்ம either L1 L2 ஓட values 0 ஆகும்போது மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணாலும் it is meaningless. சோ அதனால first option போட முடியாது. So the second option மட்டும் தான் நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம், work out பண்ண போறோம். So here in that problem they are given the balancing length value கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. It is L1 கொடுத்திருக்காங்க and L2 they are provided. L1 L2 கொடுத்தாச்சு and the resistance values R ஓட values they are given. Okay, then find the internal resistance. நம்ம ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா கால்குலேட் பண்ண தெரியும் இல்லையா? So இப்ப எந்த ஃபார்முலாவை we can use out of 3? கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். It is the first one. Very good. So இப்ப first ஃபார்முலாவை நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஓகே, சோ ப்ராப்ளம் தான் பெருசா இருக்கு இருந்துட்டு போது, நம்மளுக்கு தேவையில்லாத வேல்யூஸ் எல்லாம் we can neglect. ஓகே, ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ்ல இருக்கிற given வேல்யூஸ் எல்லாமே யூஸ் பண்ணணும்ன்றது கிடையாது. ஓகே, நம்ம ஃபார்முலாஸ்க்கு என்ன டேட்டாஸ் வேணுமோ அந்த இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் மட்டும் நம்ம எடுத்துட்டு ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ்ல போட்டு சப்ஸ்டிட்யூட் பண்ணி ஆன்சர் கொண்டு வந்தா போதுமானது. ஓகே, so let us go for the solution. What is the internal resistance value? It is L1 L2 divided by L1 into or L2. Okay, right. So here L1 oda value it is 3 and L2 oda value it is 2.85 and R oda value it is 9.5 ohms. Okay, so let us now substitute it here. So R is equal to 3 minus 2.85 divided by 2.85 into ஒரு 9.5. Okay, so இப்ப இத minus பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா either 3 it is 2.85, so 5 it is 1 0. Okay, so 0.15 divided by 2.85 into ஒரு 9.5. Okay, so இப்ப எந்த வேல்யூ it should be cancelled. கேன்சல் பண்றதுக்கு இங்க எங்கேயுமே எதுவுமே ஆப்ஷன் இல்ல. சோ அதனால we just multiply this one. Okay, so multiply பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா here it is 4.25 divide by ஒரு 2.85. Okay, so இதுல first 2 digits மட்டும் பாயிண்ட்ஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் அந்த ஒரு first digit மட்டும் எடுத்துக்கலாம். So easier solve பண்ற மாதிரி. Okay, so here it is 1.4 divided by 2.8. Okay, so it is a point number, no? So we just neglect the points, decimal points and neglect பண்ணிக்கலாம். Okay, ஏன்னா denominator numerator as it is one digit தான் இருக்கு. So அந்த one digit we can make it a whole number நாலும் 10 ஆல multiply பண்ணாலும் அதே same தான் வரப்போகுது. சோ அதனால பாயிண்ட்க்கு அப்புறம் ஒரு டிஜிட் மேலயும் இருந்தது கீழயும் இருந்தது அப்படின்னா அத ஹோல் நம்பரா எழுதிடுங்க. ஓகே, here it is 1 time and it is 2 time. Okay, so 1 by 2 na it is 0.5. So here the internal resistance value is 0.5 ohm. So what is the answer here? It is a 0.5 ohms. So this is the answer. This is option. In option, yes, very good. It is the option C. C is the right one. So எல்லாராலையும் இந்த problems work out பண்ண முடியுதா? கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Okay, நீட்டுக்கு log book provide பண்ணுவாங்களா? So this is a big question. Okay, you need not worry about that. If they are providing na, you can use it. Otherwise, if the value is needed na, they are given it in a problem itself. Okay, problemsலயே அவங்க கொடுத்துருவாங்க அதோட values எல்லாமே substitute பண்றதுக்கு. log book தேடி நம்ம ஃபார்முலா values எடுத்து substitute பண்றதுக்குள்ள அந்த ஒரு 2-3 minutes நம்மளுக்கு waste தான். Okay, so அப்ப அந்த டைமிங்ல approximate பண்ணிக்கணும். Okay, approximate பண்ணிட்டு divide பண்ணி answer convert பண்ணிருங்க. Yes, okay, very good. Next one, problem number 5. Here a potentiometer wire, here a potentiometer wire of length, it is 4 meter, and resistance, it is 10 ohm. Resistance, it is at 10 ohm. It is connected to a cell of EMF. It is 2 volt. Okay, then the potential difference per unit length of the wire will be. Wire will be what? So this is the question. Okay, so the values they are provided, length of the value they are given. Okay, L of the value they are given, then V of the value they are given, E of the value they are given, R of the value they are given. Here the resistance value it is R, and here V of the value. Okay, voltage of the value they are given, that is 2 volt. Okay, so potential difference per unit length அப்படின்னா potential it should be represented by the letter என்னது சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Yes, very good. It is V. So potential difference per unit length அப்படிங்கும்போது per அப்படிங்கும்போது divide by L போட்டுக்கணும் அவ்வளவுதான். So it is V divided by L. So formula they are given V value as well as the L value. Okay. So L na value ன்றத substitute பண்ணுங்க. Substitute பண்ணிட்டு answer போடுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Yes, very good. It is V by L. Simply we are divided. Okay. So 2 divided by 4, which is equal to 1 by 2. That is 0.5 V by volt by meter. Okay. So this is the correct answer. So next formula, another formula. Okay, up to this clear, we can go for the next. Okay, very good. Next problem number 6. A cell of internal resistance. Okay. Resistance, that is 3 ohm, and EMF, it is 10 volt. Yes, connected to a uniform wire. Wire of length, it is 500 centimeter, and resistance, it is 3 ohm. Then the potential gradient of the wire. Wire is, so here they are given the options, that is 30 millivolt by centimeter, and B it is 10 millivolt by centimeter, and C it is 20 millivolt by centimeter, and D it is 4 millivolt by centimeter. Okay. Here for potential gradient, we are directly calculated the potential gradient. We have one formula. So for the potential gradient கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு we have one formula, that is equal to E divided by R divided by E R divided by R plus R into L. Okay, இப்படியும் ஒரு formula இருக்கு for calculating the potential gradient. So here E, which is nothing but the small EMF oda value தான். Okay. R வந்து நம்ம normal resistance oda value, small r அப்படின்றது internal resistance oda value, and L value it should be the length. Okay. So இதுல substitute பண்ணிட்டு answer சொல்லுங்க பார்க்கலாம். So here I'll write down the given values. Okay. E value or small e value here, it is 10 volt. Then R value, it is 3 ohm, and small r value, it is 3 ohm. And here L value, it is equal to 500 centimeter. Okay, so centimeter we can convert it into meter. Okay, appa here or 10 power minus 2, here or plus 2, and for the centimeter ku meter convert பண்றதுக்கு here we having or minus 2. அப்ப 10 power plus 2 minus 2 நம்மளுக்கு என்ன ஆயிடும்? It should be cancelled. Cancel பண்ணி we can convert it into meter. அப்ப L ஓட வேல்யூவை என்ன மட்டும் substitute பண்ணணும்? 5 meter மட்டும் substitute பண்ணணும். Okay, எந்த ஃபார்முலால? இந்த மேல இருக்கிற இந்த ஃபார்முலால we have to substitute. So இந்த ஃபார்முலால substitute பண்ணிட்டு answer find out பண்ணுங்க. Which one is the right one? Okay, now go for the solution. Here the formula is ER divided by R plus R into L. Okay, so here we have to substitute the value, that is 10 into 3 divided by 3 plus 3. Okay, into 5. Right? So இதுவரையில எல்லாருமே substitute பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? So இதுக்கப்புறம் தான் we have under confusion. Okay, so 10 into 3 divide by 6 into 5. Okay, so this is 1 time and this is 2 time. Here it is 1 time, it is 2 time. எல்லாமே cancel ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா here it is 1 volt by meter. Okay, so the potential gradient oda value, it is 1 volt by meter. இப்ப இந்த volt by meter எப்படி, how will you convert it into நம்ம ஆப்ஷன்ஸ்ல இருக்கிற மாதிரி how will you convert? So இப்ப convert பண்றதுக்கு இந்த 1 volt by meter நம்ம எப்படி எழுதலாம் அப்படின்னா, it is 10 millivolt by centimeter இப்படியும் எழுதலாம். So எப்படி எழுதுறீங்க? So here இந்த 10 millivolt இருக்கு இல்லையா, அது அப்படியே எழுதுங்க, 10 millivolt by centimeter. So இந்த ஆப்ஷன்ல இருந்து நம்ம இந்த ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் வரலாம், எப்படி கன்வெர்ட் பண்றன்றத பாருங்க. Okay, so here the as it is we have to write it 10 into the millivoltக்கு நம்ம என்ன எழுதலாம், it is 10 power of minus 3. Okay, divide by here 1 centimeter, no dividingல ஒரு centimeter. அப்ப centimeter meter convert பண்றதுக்கு it is 10 sorry it is 10 power of minus 2. Okay, so இப்ப இந்த 10 power of minus 2 போட்டோம் அப்படின்னா here it is 10 power of minus 2 into 10 power of minus 1 divide by ஒரு 10 power of minus 2. இந்த 3 நம்ம இந்த 2 terms நம்ம ஸ்ப்ளிட் பண்ணி எழுதிருக்கிறோம். ஓகே, minus 2 1 minus 1 1. இப்போ இங்க மேலையும் கீழையும் we are having 10 power of minus 2. So அப்ப அதை டைரக்டா கேன்சல் பண்ணிக்கலாம். So here also 10 into 10 power of minus 1. அப்ப அந்த 10 into 10 power of minus 1 நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிடலாம், it should be cancelled. Either 10 into 1 by 10 நம்ம எழுதிக்கலாம். So அப்ப 10 cancel பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா here the value is 1 volt by meter. So இந்த வேல்யூல இருந்து இந்த வேல்யூஸ் கொண்டு வந்துட்டோமா? Yes, it is easy to convert. Okay, இந்த conversions எல்லாருக்குமே புரியுதா? கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். கன்வர்ஷன்ஸ் என்னால ஈஸியா பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்றவங்க கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Volt by meter I can convert it into millivolt by centimeter. Yes, okay, very good. ஏன்னா ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் the whole ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணுவீங்க, the last stepல you can miss it. So இந்த மாதிரி மிஸ் பண்ண கூடாது. மீட்டர்ஸ்ல கொடுத்துருக்காங்களா ஆர் வோல்ட் மீட்டர்ல கொடுத்துருக்காங்களா மில்லி வோல்ட்ஸ்ல கொடுத்துருக்காங்களான்றத ஒரு தடவை செக் பண்ணிக்கணும். ஓகே, So here in the option right over there, it is option B. Correct? B is the right one. Yes, very good. Next, one simple wordings, but you should know. The material of the wire of potentiometer. Potentiometer oda wire நம்ம எதை யூஸ் பண்ணி we can made. Okay, yes. A, it is a copper, and B, it is a steel, and C, it is magnine. Manganese, and D, it is the aluminum. So sums எல்லாமே work out பண்ணிட்டு இந்த மாதிரி நார்மலா theories கேட்டாலும் sometimes it may be going to ask. So அப்ப அந்த டைம்ல நமக்கு தெரியணும். It is a very simple question தான், but அந்த இடத்துல நம்ம போகும்போது நமக்கு ஆன்சர் தெரியாது. ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Which one is right one? Yes, it is option C. C is the correct one. Manganese. Then one more material is used. Is anybody knows? Potentiometer wire make பண்றதுக்கு நம்ம இன்னொரு மெட்டீரியலும் யூஸ் பண்றோம். இன்னொரு மெட்டலும் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்றோம். என்ன மெட்டல்னு சொல்ல முடியுமா? ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Okay, I will tell you. Constant. Okay, constant. So this is also one of the material used for making a potentiometer wire. Okay. Right. Next, we can go for next problem. Okay. With the potentiometer, null point, where obtained at 140 centimeter and 180 centimeter with the cells of EMF is 1.1 volt and one unknown X volt, then unknown EMF is what? So here they are given the options. A is equal to 1.1 volt and B it is 1.8 volts, C it is 2.4 and D it is 1.41. Either option A or D. Which option is going to right? Okay, we can check it. What is the formula we can use here? So yesterday we are noted down some formulas, right? So அதுல இருந்து E ஓட values calculate பண்றதுக்கு we have write it many formulas, that is V by L into L, right? So here this formula is going to use, okay, E which is directly proportional to V, okay. So for E which is directly proportional to V அப்படிங்கும்போது here we can having two cells, okay. Two cells are கொடுத்திருக்காங்க, இன்னொரு EMF that we have to find out, right? So we can change it accordingly. என்ன எழுதலாம்? It is V by L போட்டிருக்கோமா? So for the cell E it is V by L. அப்ப one more அப்படிங்கும்போது we are writing the formula, that is V1 by L1 is equal to V2 by L2. அவ்வளவுதான். Okay. So by V1 ஓட values they are given on பாருங்க. What is the value of V1? They are given. It is this one. Here it is V1. And here write it the value for V1, it is 1.1, and for L1 it is 140. Here it is the L2, okay. Here it is 1.1 and here it is 140 divided by V into 180. Okay. So let us now find out the unknown value. So V is equal to, what is it? Here 180 into 1.1 divide by 140. Okay, so here 0, 0 should be cancelled. And this is 7 time and this is 9 time for the two table. V is equal to 9 into 1.1 divided by 7. So it is approximately 9.9 divided by 7. So for 7th table divide panna we have 1.141 volts. Right? So here option D is the right one. Yes, very good. That is option D is the right one. Yes. Quickly you have to find out the answer. So quick workout பண்ணிட்டு comments போடுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Okay. Right. Next we can go for the last problem. Okay. Up to this clear to all? Here the potentiometer has uniform potential gradient. Uniform potential gradient across it. Okay. Then two cells in series. Two cells connected in series. Okay. First one to support each other. And the second one to oppose each other. Each other. Or balanced over 6 meter and 2 meter respectively. On the potentiometer wire. Then the EMF of the cells are in the ratio A is equal to 1:2 and B is equal to 1:1 and C it is 3:1 and D it is 2:1. Okay. So இங்க பாருங்க potentiometer problem அப்படின்ட்டு வந்தாவே they are providing two cells. one support to each other and other opposed to each other abdina, readily we have to write it the formula, that is E1 divided by E2 is equal to L1 plus L2 divided by L1 minus of L2. Okay, so this is the formula. So the substitute pannamna we are getting the formula. Okay, so when the two cells, if it is connected in series, one it should be approach each other and one it should be support, and otherwise it should be oppose அப்படினாவே நம்ம என்ன ஃபார்முலாஸ் போயிடலாம், டைரக்டா இந்த ஃபார்முலா போயிடலாம். Okay, so let us now solve this one. So problem note பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Okay, so directly we have to substitute the value. For L1 it is R6 and L2 it is 2. Substitute பண்ணீங்கன்னா we can get the answer. Okay, எந்த ஆப்ஷன் வருதுன்னு பாருங்க, either C or D. Check பண்ணிட்டு சொல்லுங்க. Okay, so first write down the formula. Here it is E1 by E2 is equal to L1 plus L2 divided by L1 minus of L2. Okay, so here 6 plus 2 divided by 6 minus of 2. So here 8 by 4, we just cancel, it is 2 by 1. So here E1 by E2. So E1 is to E2 is equal to 2 is to 1. And this is option D. Okay, very good. Right, many of them found out the correct answer. Yes, very good. Okay, so that's all about the problem of potentiometer. Okay, I think all the problems, it should be very clear to you. Up to this clear to all children? நீங்க போட்ட ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் எல்லாமே எல்லாராலையும் ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ண முடியுமா? கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். Okay, if it is clear to you, na, you just give it one like. Okay, thank you, children. Thank you for your cooperations. Monday we started with the new one. Okay. Okay, thank you.